The old villa stood lonely on the top of the hill, surrounded by gnarled trees whose branches reached into the gray sky like skeletal fingers. For decades, eerie stories had been told in the small town at the foot of the hill about the house. Stories of unexplained noises, flickering lights in empty windows, and the feeling of a sinister presence that sent chills down the spine of anyone approaching the rusted gate. Elias, a young history student with a penchant for the macabre, was undeterred by these warnings. He saw the villa as an unsolved puzzle, a silent witness to past tragedies. One stormy evening, as the wind howled and the rain lashed against the windows of his small room, he decided to get to the bottom of the truth. Armed with an old flashlight, he fought his way up the overgrown path. The gate creaked ominously as he opened it. The garden was a wilderness of overgrown grass and twisted bushes. The villa itself appeared even more menacing in the beam of his flashlight, its windows like dark, rigid eye sockets. The front door stood ajar. A cold, musty smell hit Elias as he entered the creaking hallway. Cobwebs hung like shrouds from the ceiling, and dust lay inches thick on the abandoned furniture. Every step echoed eerily in the silence. He ventured deeper into the house, moving from room to room. In the former parlor, he found a yellowed piano, its keys resembling rotten teeth. Suddenly, he heard a faint noise from the upper floor, a dragging sound, as if something was being pulled across the wooden floor. Elias's heart began to race. He tried to convince himself it was just the wind whistling through the broken window panes. But the sound grew closer, clearer. A scratching, dragging noise. Cautiously, he climbed the creaking stairs. Each step felt like an eternity. Upon reaching the top, he saw a long, dark hallway. At the end of the hallway, a faint light seemed to emanate from a slightly open door. On the dusty floor, right in front of him, a single dark trail of blood stretched out. It began in the middle of the room and led directly towards him. An icy breeze brushed against his neck. He spun around. In the doorway stood a figure. Dark, shadowy, with two glowing red eyes that stared at him mercilessly. A faint, rasping sound emerged from the darkness. Elias knew that his curiosity had led him to a place from which there was no return. The blood trail on the floor was still fresh.